In the heart of West Africa, Burkina Faso has been navigating one of the most turbulent periods in its history. Today, Burkina Faso stands at the threshold of transformation. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traore, a bold chapter unfolds, one where industry, agriculture, healthcare, infrastructure, and culture converge to forge a future rooted in self-reliance and dignity. Factories hum with life, roads link distant villages, hospitals heal, and schools empower. 1. Adiprod Industries, Bobo Dioulasso. Adiprod is a milestone in Burkina Faso's agro-industrial journey. This state-of-the-art facility is designed to process edible oil, shea butter, and oilseeds with a remarkable capacity of 300 tons per day. It represents a decisive break from the old economic model of exporting raw products without harnessing their full potential. For generations, rural women in Burkina Faso have harvested shea nuts by hand, often selling them at low prices to foreign companies. With Adiprod, their work now finds greater value locally. The factory converts these raw nuts into high-quality oil and butter, which is used in cosmetics and food products, creating additional revenue streams for the nation. This initiative also symbolizes empowerment. Women's cooperatives across the country now have a direct stake in industrial production. By bridging the gap between rural producers and global markets, Adiprod not only boosts the economy, but also uplifts communities that have long been marginalized. 2. Sofado Tomato Plant, Yako, Pagnango. The Sofado tomato processing plant is located in Yako, one of Burkina Faso's major tomato-producing regions. With a capacity of processing 5 tons of tomatoes per hour, it addresses a long-standing challenge: the seasonal glut that often left farmers with unsold produce. By transforming fresh tomatoes into paste, the plant creates a reliable outlet for local farmers. For years, Burkina Faso depended heavily on imported tomato paste, spending millions annually on foreign products. The Sofado plant shifts this balance by meeting domestic demand with local resources. This not only strengthens food security, but also reduces the country's trade deficit. The plant has also become a center for youth employment. Hundreds of young men and women work in its production lines, warehouses, and distribution networks. It is not just a factory. It is a community anchor that stabilizes livelihoods and inspires pride. 3. Tomato Processing Plant, Bobo Dioulasso. In Bobo Dioulasso, the government established another large-scale tomato processing plant, consolidating the nation's efforts in agro-industrialization. This facility works hand-in-hand with the Sofado plant, turning the region into a hub of tomato transformation. The project has greatly reduced post-harvest losses, which were once a major challenge for farmers. Instead of crops rotting in the fields, farmers now deliver them to a facility that ensures they are preserved and transformed into durable products. By concentrating tomato processing in one of Burkina Faso's most agriculturally productive regions, the plant has stimulated investment in logistics, packaging, and cold chain storage. This ripple effect creates new industries that strengthen the national economy. 4. Sizanab Cement Plant, Longo. The Sizanab cement plant in Longo produces 2,000 tons of cement daily, securing Burkina Faso's independence in construction materials. For years, the nation imported cement at high costs, hindering local infrastructure projects. Now, roads, schools, and housing projects can rely on domestically produced cement. This plant is not just an industrial achievement, but a symbol of self-reliance. It shows that Burkina Faso can control the production of essential building materials, thereby lowering construction costs and accelerating national development. Moreover, the cement plant has created thousands of jobs directly and indirectly. Truck drivers, builders, engineers, and shopkeepers all benefit from the increased activity, turning Longo into a thriving economic zone. 5. National Flour Mill, Gampela. The National Flour Mill at Gampela has the capacity to produce 220 tons of flour and 80 tons of bran daily. It plays a vital role in Burkina Faso's food security, ensuring that bakeries and households across the country have access to affordable flour. Previously, the country was vulnerable to international price shocks, especially when conflicts disrupted global wheat supply. With the Mtu's mill, Burkina Faso is less dependent on foreign imports, giving the government more control over bread prices, which are a cornerstone of daily life. The project has also supported livestock farmers by producing bran for animal feed. This integration of agriculture and livestock industries demonstrates a holistic approach to national development. 6. Société Nouvelle Anatrans Revitalisation, Bobo Dioulasso. The revitalization of Société Nouvelle Anatrans, a cashew processing company, is a victory for local industry. Once dormant, the facility has been modernized and is now processing nuts at full capacity. This development benefits thousands of cashew farmers who previously relied solely on exports. By processing nuts locally, Burkina Faso captures greater value within its borders. Farmers no longer lose out on potential earnings to middlemen or foreign processors. The local workforce benefits from stable jobs in factories, while communities thrive with the circulation of wealth. This initiative also contributes to regional integration. Cashews from neighboring countries like Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana are sometimes processed in Burkina Faso, positioning the nation as a leader in West Africa's cashew industry. 7. Aerotex Burkina Textile Complex, Sorgho. The Aerotex Burkina Textile Complex in Sorgho represents a bold step toward reviving Burkina Faso's cotton industry. With vast fields of cotton across the country, this factory ensures that the fiber is transformed domestically into textiles instead of being exported raw. Textile processing not only creates direct employment, but also fosters secondary industries such as tailoring, design, and retail. It opens pathways for young designers to use locally produced fabric to create Burkinabé fashion that can compete globally. This factory strengthens national identity. By wearing clothes made from Burkinabé cotton and produced in Burkinabé factories, citizens embody economic independence in their daily lives. 8. First National Gold Refinery. Burkina Faso is one of Africa's top gold producers, yet for decades it exported raw gold, forfeiting much of the potential value. The establishment of the first national gold refinery has changed this narrative. For the first time, Burkina Faso can refine its gold into bullion. This refinery means more than just money, it means sovereignty. By refining locally, the government can better regulate exports, monitor revenues, and ensure that gold contributes to the national budget. It also places Burkina Faso on the global map as a legitimate supplier of certified bullion. This opens doors for international partnerships, investments, and opportunities for the country to negotiate from a position of strength. 9. Pharmaceutical Production Project. The pharmaceutical production project has begun with the manufacture of essential medicines, such as paracetamol and oral rehydration salts. These are staples in healthcare systems worldwide and vital for public health. Local production reduces the country's dependence on imports, which were often delayed or overpriced. It ensures that even in times of crisis, Burkina citizens can access affordable medicine. The project also creates a skilled workforce of pharmacists, technicians, and researchers. It strengthens the health sector not just in terms of products, but also in human capital. 10. National Support Center for Artisanal Cotton Processing. This center supports small-scale cotton processors by providing training, modern tools, and access to markets. It allows rural cooperatives to produce finished textiles, uniforms, and household items. For decades, artisanal cotton processors were overshadowed by large-scale industries. This center gives them visibility and equips them to compete while maintaining traditional skills. By promoting artisanal production, the project supports cultural heritage and provides rural families with sustainable sources of income. 11. Reopening of Faso Fani Textile Factory, Kodougou. Faso Fani, once the pride of Burkina Faso, was shut down during the era of structural adjustment. Its reopening under Traore is a national revival. The factory now produces textiles that carry both economic and symbolic significance. It has created thousands of jobs for men and women in Kodougou, revitalizing the local economy. Tailors, designers, and traders have found new opportunities linked to Faso-Fani products. Above all, Faso-Fani is a cultural statement. It represents resilience, showing that Burkina Faso can reclaim what was lost and build upon it for future generations. 12. Cotton processing plants in Bobo-Dioulasso and Ouagadougou. The cotton processing plants in these two cities significantly expand Burkina Faso's industrial capacity. They are part of a national strategy to transform cotton locally instead of exporting raw fiber. These plants create thousands of jobs and provide a foundation for a strong domestic textile industry. Their location in urban centers also stimulates other sectors, such as transport and retail. By diversifying cotton processing, the government ensures that Burkina Faso can meet both domestic demand and international export opportunities. 13. Cashew apple processing plant in Pani. The cashew apple, once discarded as waste, is now being processed into valuable products such as juice, vinegar, wine, and ethanol. This innovation turns an overlooked resource into a thriving industry. The plant supports cashew farmers by diversifying their revenue streams. Instead of relying solely on nuts, they now profit from the apples as well. This project also demonstrates Burkina Faso's creativity in resource use, making the most out of every harvest and reducing waste. 14. Nationalization of foreign-owned gold mines. Nationalizing key foreign-owned mines, such as Bongu and Wagnian, marked a turning point in Burkina Faso's economic sovereignty. For years, multinational corporations extracted enormous wealth, while local communities saw little benefit. Under Traore's leadership, revenues from these mines are now redirected into the state budget, funding education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The decision was not only economic but deeply political. It sent a clear message that Burkina Faso would no longer tolerate exploitation of its resources at the expense of its people. It is a bold assertion of sovereignty in a region often dictated to by foreign interests. The impact has been immediate. Increased revenues are already being reinvested into public services, while mining communities report more attention to local development projects. Nationalization has restored hope that Burkina Faso's natural wealth will truly serve its citizens. 15. Social housing, 1,000 units. In response to a humanitarian crisis that displaced millions, the government launched a project to build 1,000 housing units for internally displaced persons, IPs. These homes provide not only shelter but also a renewed sense of dignity for families uprooted by conflict. The housing initiative is part of a broader strategy to integrate displaced populations into safer communities. Each unit is designed with essential amenities, ensuring families can rebuild their lives in a stable environment. Beyond humanitarian relief, the project boosts the construction sector by employing local masons, engineers, and suppliers. It strengthens social cohesion by integrating displaced persons into local economies and communities. 16. Presidential Initiative for Community Development. This initiative takes a decentralized approach to development by focusing on grassroots needs. Schools, clinics, boreholes, and rural roads are built based on the demands of local communities. It ensures development is people-centered and not dictated solely from the capital. The initiative has revitalized villages that once felt abandoned. Communities now participate directly in shaping their development, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility. Its impact goes beyond infrastructure. By empowering local leaders and involving citizens, the initiative strengthens democracy and civic engagement, giving people confidence in the state's commitment to them. 17. Agricultural mechanization and inputs. Agriculture remains the backbone of Burkina Faso's economy. Recognizing this, Traore's government has distributed tractors, plows, pumps, and improved seeds to farmers nationwide. This mechanization transforms subsistence farming into productive, market-oriented agriculture. Farmers now produce larger yields in shorter periods, improving food security and household incomes. With irrigation pumps, farming is no longer limited to rainy seasons, allowing year-round production. This shift also attracts youth back to agriculture. Once seen as a low-income activity, farming is becoming profitable and modern, creating a new generation of agri-entrepreneurs. 18. Agro-silvo-pastoral student farms. This innovative program integrates education with agriculture. Students receive land, equipment, and training to establish farms while pursuing their studies. It provides practical experience and fosters self-reliance. The program has sparked excitement among young Burkinabe, who now see agriculture as a viable career path. It combines theory and practice, ensuring graduates leave school with both knowledge and practical skills. By linking students to agriculture, the program also tackles food insecurity. Their farms contribute to national food supply, making education itself part of the solution to hunger. 19. Ouagadougou-Donson International Airport Project. The Ouagadougou-Donson International Airport, under construction, is one of the country's most ambitious infrastructure projects. Designed to handle millions of passengers annually, it will replace the outdated Ouagadougou Airport and become a modern regional hub. The airport symbolizes Burkina Faso's ambition to open itself more to international trade and tourism. With larger terminals and extended runways, it will attract global airlines and boost regional connectivity. Its economic impact is far-reaching. Beyond air transport, the project stimulates industries such as construction, hospitality, and commerce, creating a ripple effect across the national economy. 20. Major road projects. Burkina Faso's road network has seen significant rehabilitation under Traore. Key projects include the upgrading of the Ouagabobo Highway, feeder roads to agricultural zones, and cross-border trade routes. These roads facilitate the movement of goods and people, reducing transport costs and connecting remote villages to schools, hospitals, and markets. They are lifelines that knit the country together. Better roads also foster regional integration, strengthening trade links with neighboring countries and positioning Burkina Faso as a central player in West African commerce. 21. Urban infrastructure. Urban centers such as Ouagadougou, Bobo-Dioulasso, Kaya, and Ouahigouya are undergoing a transformation. Drainage systems, sanitation facilities, and solar-powered streetlights are being installed to modernize city living. These improvements reduce flooding during rainy seasons, cut down on waterborne diseases, and make city streets safer at night. They directly improve the quality of life for urban residents. Urban infrastructure upgrades also attract investment. With better facilities, businesses are more willing to establish themselves in Burkina Faso's growing cities, contributing to long-term development. 22. Renewable energy and solar stations. With abundant sunshine, Burkina Faso has embraced solar energy as a cornerstone of its energy policy. Plants in Kodini and Negrango are already operational, bringing clean electricity to thousands of households. Renewable energy reduces dependence on imported fossil fuels, cutting costs and promoting energy sovereignty. It also aligns with global climate goals, positioning Burkina Faso as a responsible actor in the fight against climate change. These projects bring immediate benefits to rural communities. Electrification improves education through lighting, supports local businesses, and enhances healthcare services. 23. Postal Bank of Burkina Faso. The creation of the Postal Bank strengthens financial inclusion. For decades, rural populations were excluded from banking services. Now, with Postal Bank of Burkina Faso's network, even remote villages have access to savings accounts, loans, and credit. The bank is a symbol of financial sovereignty. By channeling national savings into domestic investments, Burkina Faso reduces reliance on foreign lenders and external conditions. The Postal Bank of Burkina Faso also supports small businesses and farmers, offering credit tailored to their needs. This empowers entrepreneurs and stimulates local economies. 24. Thomas Sankara Memorial and Mausoleum. The Thomas Sankara Memorial honors the revolutionary leader who continues to inspire Africa and the world. Built in Ouagadougou, it serves as both a historical site and a cultural landmark. The memorial is more than bricks and mortar. It is a symbol of continuity between past and present. It connects Traore's policies with Sankara's vision of dignity, justice, and sovereignty. It has also become a site of education and tourism, drawing visitors from around the world to learn about Sankora's legacy and Burkina Faso's revolutionary history. 25. Boosting food production. Government initiatives have targeted rice, millet, and tomato production. By supporting farmers with inputs, irrigation, and markets, Burkina Faso is reducing its dependence on imported food. Food self-sufficiency is vital for national security. In times of global crisis, countries without strong agriculture struggle. Burkina Faso's investment ensures that its people are fed even in uncertain times. The program also strengthens rural livelihoods. Farmers earn better incomes and communities experience greater stability, making agriculture a driver of national prosperity. 26. Healthcare expansion. The construction of a new university hospital in Bobo-Dioulasso is a milestone for healthcare. It will provide advanced medical services that were previously unavailable domestically, reducing the need for expensive medical evacuations abroad. Regional hospitals are also being upgraded with new equipment and facilities. This ensures that healthcare access is not limited to the capital, but spread across the nation. These projects demonstrate a commitment to building a strong, equitable healthcare system where every Burkinabe has access to quality care. 27. Mobile clinics. Mobile clinics have been deployed to remote and conflict-affected areas, bringing healthcare directly to those most in need. Equipped with medicines and staffed by trained professionals, they deliver maternal care, vaccinations, and emergency treatment. For communities cut off from hospitals due to insecurity, these clinics are lifelines. They prevent deaths from preventable diseases and ensure continuity of care. Their presence also strengthens trust between citizens and the state. By bringing services to marginalized populations, the government demonstrates its commitment to inclusivity and care. 28. Cultural decolonization measures. Traore's government has launched reforms aimed at restoring cultural pride and dismantling colonial legacies. These include banning colonial-era judicial wigs, promoting traditional attire, and uplifting Burkinabe cultural symbols. Such reforms go beyond appearances. They instill dignity and pride, affirming that Burkina Faso's identity is rooted in its own history and values rather than imposed traditions. This cultural revival complements economic and political reforms, creating a holistic transformation. It empowers citizens to see themselves as agents of change in a sovereign nation. Under President Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso is undergoing a sweeping transformation. Factories, infrastructure, and social programs are not isolated achievements. They are interconnected pillars of a national vision for sovereignty. From industrial self-reliance. Join the conversation in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.